Sports Day is brought to you by Barton Community College. Explore your future and get started now. Visit gobarton.com.
Okay, Sports Day in 3, 2, 1.
Blake Snell on the mound. Game 5 is underway with a fly ball to deep left. Gone! The first pitch of the ball game. And Davis Schneider has hit it out.
A first pitch homer for Davis Schneider, and the Blue Jays take the lead in the first.
And the Blue Jay fans making a ton of noise. And now Guerrero rips one to deep left, and it's gone. And 2 batters in, they are up 2-0.
Back-to-back blasts in the first, and in 3 pitches, the Blue Jays lead 2-0. What in the world are we watching right now?
Freddie Freeman leads off.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A dozen Ks for your Savage.
And in the process, he sets a major league record. Most strikeouts in a World Series game ever by a rookie with 12. Got him! Jeff Hoffman finishes it off, and the Blue Jays come into L.A., take 2 out of 3 here, beating them tonight 6-1, and they're up 3-2 in the World Series.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome into another episode of Sports Day. My name is Brant Daughtry. I'm the host of this program. Landon Winkler is over in the corner running our video feed, running the cameras. If you want to watch this show as well as listen to it, you can do that by going to GreatBendPost.com, clicking on the Sports tab. And when you click on Sports News, it should be the first thing. It should say something along the lines of Thursday on Sports Day. You click on that. The video feed will be right in there. We've got a great show for you today. Aaron Beck, head coach of the Great Bend Panthers, will join me in just a little while. Shelley Duvall, head coach of Great Bend Volleyball, will also join me later in the show. And then later, members of the Hoisington volleyball team, as they all 3 get ready for playoffs. Actually, the volleyball teams have already had their first round. They're up at state starting today, and you'll get to hear their thoughts about it. But first, your sounds of the past 24 hours. I'm a little bit behind today, folks, so forgive me if I'm a little scrambled here. Sports Day today is brought to you by Barton Community College, offering exceptional and affordable learning opportunities, supporting student, community, and employee needs. We bring you the sounds of the past 24 hours, and really all that happened last night, if you don't count the NBA, which I don't think there was anything that noteworthy there. Davis Schneider leads off the game with a home run. On the first pitch of the game, he's followed by Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who hits a home run on the third pitch of the game to give the Blue Jays a 2-0 lead. They wind up winning the game, I think 7-1 was the final. Trey Savage gets the start for Toronto, and again, this kid is 22 years old. His first appearance in Major League Baseball was 6 starts ago, so maybe 5-6 weeks ago. But, this kid has been just outstanding for the Blue Jays. And 12 Ks, the most ever by a rookie in a World Series game. Absolutely incredible stuff. The Blue Jays win Game 5. They take a 3-2 lead. They win 2 out of 3 in Los Angeles. They only need 1 in Toronto as they head back off tonight. They'll start it again tomorrow. It's going to be pretty electric in Toronto, I think, for those 2 games. And, man, the Blue Jays have honestly looked like the better team through the series. And I thought that after the 18-inning marathon that happened in Game 1 in L.A., Game 3 overall, I thought that it was going to be kind of a slow, steady drip of, man, there's just too much of the Dodgers. There's too much L.A. And the Blue Jays have come through and really just been dominant in the series since that game. They didn't look like they were ever in danger of losing this one or in Game 4. Just a really complete team effort from everybody involved with the Blue Jays. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. continues to be really impressive. But you've got so many good pieces around him again. Like, I'll be honest, before last night, I'd never heard of Davis Schneider, or like not at least enough to remember him. Maybe it's just a blind spot for me. I don't know. But, gosh, just a crazy, crazy game. And both of those one more win needed for Toronto. I think that would be their 3rd World Series championship. So They're one game away. Sports Day Today is brought to you in part by the Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street in Great Bend. Also in part by Sutherland's, helping you build it better since 1917. From quality lumber, plywood, and OSB to cabinets, plumbing, hardware, and power tools, they have everything you need to get the job done. Visit Sutherland's on 10th Street. And also brought to you by the Barton Cougar Booster Club, continuing their efforts to make the Barton Community College athletics programs the best in the country. We got to hit our first break. When we come back, head coach Aaron Beck of the Great Bend Panthers. He's joined by Connor Holiday and Jace Dinas, members of that Panther squad. We'll talk about their 41 to 14 win over Garden City and what they can expect out of the Newton Railers as they play in Week 9 tomorrow. You're listening to Sports Day live from the Mayo Money Management Studio right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor, and don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec.
Sports, leisure, fitness, and wellness, even senior and adaptive needs. It's all here at the Great Bend Rec. Pick up a program guide or stop by the rec office at 1214 Stone in Great Bend, or check out the all-new website, greatbendrec.com. Live, play, explore at the rec.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the rec.
Needing a healthcare plan for your business? Let the experienced team at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether you're a large company or a small business on Main Street, FCMI can help you provide employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. From setup to ongoing support, they handle it all. Schedule your free no-obligation health assessment today at freedomclaimsinc.com. That's Freedom Claims Management Incorporated, with locations in Great Bend, Russell, and Plainville.
Hey, Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars!
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry here with you. Sports Day today is brought to you in part by Kern Floor Service. Whether you need a new ceramic, porcelain, or natural stone floors, their knowledgeable and friendly flooring experts are here to help you find the perfect floor for your home decor and budget. Visit the Great Bend Showroom at 908 Coolidge to see, touch, and feel the latest styles. Also brought to you by Cody Crook of Red Cedar Land Company. Whether you're looking to sell your land or find the right property to buy, Cody takes pride in understanding your goals and making the process as smooth as possible. Call Cody at 620-617-7320, or you can visit redcedarland.com. As promised, we are going to have Coach Aaron Beck on, along with some members of the Great Bend Panther squad. They're running a little bit behind. Coach Beck just texted me and said, hey, we had to wait for a kid to get out of class for just a moment, so they're on their way. They'll be here in this segment, but in the meantime, I want to let everybody know that tonight over on our sister station, Hits 106.9, you can hear the Larned Indians as they play their Week 9 game. They're 0-8 this week, or 0-8 this year, looking for a win against also 0-8 Norton. That game will be taking place over in Norton, over on our sister station, Hits 106.9. Randy Gehring will have the call of that one. Tomorrow on our airwaves, you can hear myself and Gene Manweiler calling Hoisington hosting Halstead. There's 3 H's in a row. Hoisington hosting Halstead in Week 9. That is a playoff game, obviously. Hoisington 7-0 on the year. Great Bend 8-0. If you want to hear Great Bend and Newton 0-8 coming into Great Bend. They will be that game will be over on B1043 The Point. Still waiting on Coach Beck and the guys to get here. I think I hear him clomping up the hallway. Maybe. Waiting on the door. All right. Don't have them yet. But Week 9, also happening in Week 9 this week, Goddard Eisenhower will travel to Hayes for their Week 9 game. That the only non-bracket game. Well, all right, let's go down the list here. These are all bracketed games. Goddard Eisenhower will go to Hayes. Newton will travel to play Great Bend. Garden City will travel to play Manhattan. Topeka Seaman will play at Liberal. And Wichita East will play Dodge City. Those are your WAC squads. In the Central Kansas League, Larned will travel to play Norton in two teams that, regardless of result, their season comes to a close tonight. Also happening tonight, Smoky Valley will travel to Rock Creek, and Kingman will play at Haven. All right, I've got a text from Coach Duval. From Coach Beck. He wants me to go ahead and play the interview we had with Coach Shelley Duval, and he's giving me a break, is what he's doing. But all right, we'll shake it up here. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, Coach Shelley Duval joins us in the studio, and you'll get to hear from her about their upcoming state playoffs. You're listening to Sports Day here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
C&E Doors, this is Eddie.
I need some work done.
Are you in a haunted house?
No, it's my garage door. I think I might need a new one.
We can take a look. We can do repairs and replacement. We'll see what's right for you.
What a relief. I thought I was going to get stuck in here.
Call the guys in orange at C&E Doors to fix your haunted house.
C&E Doors, Great Bend. Follow the orange signs just south of 10th and Harrison.
Barton Community College has college classes that fit your life and your budget. With 5 flexible start dates, Barton Online is perfect for picking up a class or earning your associate's degree at less than half the cost of a university. Study anytime, from anywhere. Save time, save money. Start strong with Barton Online. Ready to take the next step? Visit online.bartoncccc.edu and enroll today.
Marmy Auto Group makes it happen. Central and Western Kansas. Check out our selection of new and pre-owned inventory. Marmy's friendly staff offers top quality service that you've gotten to know over the years. When your existing vehicle needs parts or service, our experienced team will get you back in the game this season. Marmy Chevrolet, GMC, Ford and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, parts, service, and body shop. Visit Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street or marmys.net. Marmys, make it happen.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of your local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry here with you alongside Coach Shelley Duval of Great Bend High School Volleyball. Coach, you're a regular on the show. We can do some light introductions here. How are things in your world?
Things
I know
are
the
great.
answer to that.
Things
because
are
it's volleyball. But
yes. Just I don't know. It's game time tomorrow.
it's game time tomorrow.
Crazy.
That's like so. We're playing this. Full disclosure: this is being played on Thursday.
Okay.
Because Wednesday is just a loaded show.
Absolutely.
Thursday is also going to be a loaded show for
Mhm.
several reasons. You're
Okay.
one of them.
So then technically it's game day.
It's game day.
It's game day.
It's game day.
We're
for you.
currently playing
You're
as you
cur-
air this.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
It'll probably
Sounds
be
good.
about 1 p.m.
Yeah,
is when
we'll
this
be
is gonna go?
playing.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you're playing right now.
We are currently playing May South. Yes.
Okay. So let's go over Sub-State. We had you in after you won region, or
Mhm.
after you won WAC, pardon me.
Yep.
And you hosted Sub-State out of that.
Mhm.
And Sub-State, I mean, as much as a postseason appearance can be, seems like it was stress-free for you guys.
You know, I just had this conversation. I can't remember who I was talking to, but they were like, you know, what does your team do to get hyped and get prepared for games? And I had to laugh because I actually made a joke on the day of Sub-State because Valley Center came in and I'm in the gym and I hear their locker room and their music is going super loud and they're just screaming and yelling. And I walk into our locker room and every single one of the girls is sitting on the coach's furniture watching the KUK State football game, calm as cucumbers. And so it's just kind of like this particular group of girls just is extremely focused and relaxed. And it's been so nice to not have to worry about what do we need to do to hype them up, because when it comes game time, they're ready to go. But it's just a polar opposite from some of the other teams that I've coached.
They're just you have some upperclassmen on your team, and it feels like, okay, we've been here, we've done this. This is the expectation. This is winning WAC, winning at Sub-State is not anything special. It should be celebrated, but it's also kind of expected for you guys at this point.
Well, I think the girls know that, like, they set their goals early, and to attain them, I mean, they've done what they've needed to do. And so when they go in and they're focused and ready to play, they know that the outcome is probably going to be what they want, you know? And so I don't necessarily think that they weren't excited about winning it, but I think it, like you said, it was an expectation. And so when it did occur, it was like, okay, next one, you know?
Walk us through the Sub-State meets. What happened there?
So we saw Valley Center first. I think, you know, any team going out, especially as the top seed, you kind of have a little bit of those jitters. I wouldn't say it was the cleanest play that we've had during the season. I think it's just one of those, you're in front of your home crowd, your adrenaline's going, and sometimes you got to kind of get that heart rate down just a little bit because it's pumping a little bit too much and causes some just silly mistakes that aren't typical for us. I don't think we played bad, but I don't think we played our best against Valley Center, and Valley Center came to play. And so we were a little shell-shocked there in the beginning when they ran off some points on us, but then we kind of just hunkered back down and got back into the groove of what we were doing and knew that we needed to get it done in 2 and not allow Valley Center to think that they had any chance by going 3 sets. So I was very proud of the girls to be able to finish each set against them. And then we sat and watched the battle between Emporia and Andover Central, and which we knew. We had played Emporia earlier in the season, and they took us to 3. They've got a big outside hitter. But watching Andover Central, we thought, oh, wow. Like, we haven't seen them all season. Their speed was quick, and they'd had some pretty good pin hitters. So did we want them to go 3? Yes, because we want them tired. But we really didn't know. We actually were kind of preparing for Emporia to win it. So when Andover Central came out, we thought, okay, we've got our goals set for this team. It's time to go. And I just think that the girls did a fantastic job going out and getting them in 2. I don't think they were prepared for the aggressive serves and just the fact that our girls were pushing the tempo to get them to move quicker than probably what they'd seen in a while.
You know, it's interesting. I spoke to Hoisington Volleyball earlier today. Later today for us, yesterday for the people listening.
Right.
I'm going to have on Ellenwood Volleyball. And
Yes.
I'm interested to see what they have to say about this. But Hoisington, brought their entire starting lineup in.
Oh, fun.
And they said that they kind of got off to a similar start at Sub-State where, you know, the jitters came in. And I think they said they actually were down in their first set 7-1.
Yes.
Which is obviously incredibly
Not normal for
uncommon
them.
for Hoisington. And they said, you know, we had to kind of get settled, get focused, kind of start to feel the game a little bit. And then I think they said they won that set 25-17, something like that. So it seems like your team kind of went through something
It
similar.
is. I think, it's you're the seed that's seeded to win, but at the same time, you know how important that first match is because you can't get anywhere unless you get the first match. And so the pressure, I would say, is more on the first match than it is really the second.
Yeah. Well, also by then you've played an entire match of volleyball, right? So like you're just kind of into the flow of the game, and
absolutely,
volleyball is so much of what can we do? How do we work together? It's a dance, it's concert, right? It's such a team sport, and so tell us about State. You guys are a 3 seed or 4 seed?
We are a 6 seed,
6
actually.
seed, okay.
Yes. So when we break it down, we have 4 private schools and 4 public schools, and so that's kind of nice to see. Basically, if you look at a map of Kansas, we are the only team west of Wichita playing in the 5A state tournament.
Wow.
Now, we are not the only teams considered on the west side. because we're in there with May South and Capon and us, and I can't remember who the other one is. But as far as location on a map, we are the only team in 5A that is west of Wichita.
That's pretty
so
impressive.
it is pretty impressive, but it also comes with massive competition. So when you're seeing teams like we're going to see against Blue Valley Southwest and May South, I mean, those teams have incredible players on them. Some of them are over 6 foot tall. Some of them have already signed Division I contracts. So we're going to be up against girls that aren't typically what you see out here in Western Kansas, but our girls are prepared,
That does seem to be. I'm still learning. I'm starting to figure out the east versus west sides of Kansas and how, the east side kind of has the numbers and they maybe
Right.
tend to have better athletes. You get out to the west and it's kind of these pockets of great teams, and all of them seem to be in Barton County.
Well,
There's so
right
many good
now,
athletes here.
right now, especially on the female side of things, it is incredible on the volleyball side in Barton County. All of the teams, but these are kids that as coaches with all of us have seen these kids start within first and second grade because
Yeah.
we've all kind of been in this location, and I think it's just a testament to what's been put in by not only the kids but people in the community and coaching wise. A lot of time has been put into this particular group, and they love the game of volleyball, and so it's now being shown because these girls are old enough to kind of find that dream of, I get to go to state, and so it's really impressive to see that we're a bunch of out here. I tell the girls hay baling, cow throwing, this is just kind of what we do out here. But these kids are all 3 sport athletes. They're not hand recruited for one sport. So I think it's highly impressive what we're able to do out here with these kids.
So how many of these girls have never been to state before in any sport?
I think on the squad that we have this year, 2, because they've all either been in softball or wrestling or volleyball. They were on the squad last year that's been there. So really it's just our 2 freshmen that haven't stepped on that court. I think we've got 1 sophomore that I don't think was on the squad last year, but she kind of knows that routine, which is Bailey Kelly. But other than that, everybody was on the squad last year.
It's interesting, because, again, going back to the teams that I've talked to, speaking to Ellenwood, they kind of said last year they were the favorites going into that state tournament, and they kind of lost out early. And speaking to them, they said, we didn't really know what we were doing. We weren't ready for that environment.
Right.
But and it kind of snuck up on them a little bit. But I think experience is so important. Playing on that stage is so important, and the fact that most of your girls have experience in the postseason at the highest level of the postseason is going to go such a long way.
Yes, I agree. And, even watching film on some of the teams that we're going to match up against, you watch them and you're like, oh my goodness, they're incredible. But our girls are just as good, and we're scrappy and they work hard. And a lot is to be said. Sometimes teams will overlook teams like ours because, we're not the big East Side team. And so I'm just excited for them to have the opportunity to go back again, be able to compete. That's the whole goal. Compete, have fun. If we get to the second day, that would be awesome. And then whatever happens after that, we don't care because that's top 4 kind of a thing. So, but the mentality going in is just don't let down. Don't shut down just because maybe they get a good hit. It's just battle back. And that's what I think what we've been doing all season.
It kind of feels like once you reach a certain point, I guess semifinals would be you make it to the next day. It feels like anything can happen from there. You're just trying to get past the first round, and if you can manage that, then every team there it feels like is good enough to win a state title.
Absolutely. And we were watching Sports Chatter last night too, and they were talking about how any one of these 8 squads going into the 5A program, and to be honest, it's probably in my opinion, of course my opinion is my opinion, but 5A is probably the most competitive when it comes down to volleyball in high school. And it is just incredible the teams that we're going to get the opportunity to play against. And I mean, for us, it's awesome. But props to all of the teams around here. I mean, Little River's in there, Ellenwood, Hoisington, all of these teams are going to be able to go compete on the stage that every girl has dreamt about.
What time do you guys head out tomorrow?
We are leaving at 7 a.m. because our first match is at 10. Opening ceremonies are at 9:15, so you got to be there and be ready to go. So best thing is we compete pretty decent in the mornings. We get to see Blue Valley Southwest first, and then we'll have a 2-match break. Then we'll play May South, and then we'll go back to back with May South and then Cape and Mount Carmel.
Is this in Hutchinson?
It's in Salina. At the Tony's Pizza Event Center. Come support. Going to be pushing that plug in there.
Opening ceremonies at 9:15.
9:15.
First match at 10.
Yes.
In Salina.
Absolutely.
All right. Go support.
Yes, be there. Blackout. Wear your black.
Oh, nice. Coach, thanks for taking the time to come in today, and good luck.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That is Coach Shelley Duvall of Great Bend High School Volleyball joining us here on Sports Day. Big thanks to Coach Shelley Duvall for coming in and joining us here. That was a really fun interview, and we're just going to keep it going here because now we come back to the studio. We have some more Great Bend Panthers here. Coach Aaron Beck joins us along with offensive lineman Jace Dinas and running back and defensive end Connor Holiday. Guys, let's just keep it going. They're up in Salina right now doing playoff stuff. You guys are getting ready for playoff stuff over here.
Yeah. We'll start this baby off by just saying shout out to all the Panthers out there. The cross country hosted last week and did an outstanding job and got both boys and girls teams into the state meet, and they compete at Rim Rock on Saturday. And you just heard from Coach Duvall. Their girls are up competing right now and getting ready to play their second match here in a couple minutes versus Mace South. So I know we got some guys up there supporting them, so I wish them the best. And these guys all kind of sent them off this morning. We had a little early morning practice. So, it's an exciting time for Panther athletics.
Absolutely. We're going to have Coach Lashley on tomorrow's show. We'll talk about that cross-country and everything happening there. But just talking about you guys, let's recap at 41-14 over a Garden City team that was outmatched, and people kind of figured that coming in, and you guys took care of business.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those games that we kind of played like the way we had prepared and kind of came in and like you said, kind of played like the better team, and that was nice to see, and felt like it was a pretty clean first half and got up pretty good on them, and were able to play some reserved kids in the second half and kind of kept that clock moving and got out of there. The only, kind of black eye on the night was losing our senior receiver, defensive back Hayden Kelly to a collarbone injury. So just your heart kind of breaks for a kid like that. Has put so much time and effort and just has done things the right way for so long. So it's tough to lose a kid like that and does so many good things in all aspects of the game. But I know these kids will pick him up and do everything they can to continue to win it for him.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, let's talk running game. We got the running back and the offensive lineman in here. You guys were able to get Connor, we'll start with you. 6 carries, 70 yards, man. That's a pretty good day, and you've had a lot of those so far this year.
Yeah, not a lot of 100-yard games, but playing half a game and having these guys blocking for me, paving the way every time. I mean, they make running the ball really easy, and then having our defense too, just getting the takeaways, getting the ball back to our offense so we can score, and scoring defensively, getting up high in the first half, and then kind of giving us some rest in the second half is really nice.
And Jace, you're on that offensive line. Dude, your team is averaging 7 yards a carry. I mean, all this focus on the athletes on the outside, the running game, man, 7 yards a carry is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's nice to know that we got a person back there that will be able to be athletic enough in case we miss a block or, fall back a little bit. But, the whole O-line is pretty good. We've had to fill a couple spots here and there, but we've really stepped up and we're making good run plays, and hopefully we will.
And Coach, you and I talked about throughout the year the kind of goals that you want to set for your offense, and the fact that you're getting over 7. I think it's right at 7 yards a carry. I think you said the goal was to come in about 5 or 6, and I mean that you're meeting those goals, and it continues to pay dividends.
Yeah, I mean it starts with guys like these two right here that do such a good job. I mean, Jace is a kid that as a sophomore junior was a linebacker type kid that helped us a lot on JV and just put a ton of time in the summer, and we were really excited when we kind of talked to him this summer about moving to O-line, and he said, heck yeah, I'll do whatever I can to get on that field, and he has done such a nice job over there on that left side with him and Trent. So to be able to run it behind those guys and Connor to have a game like he did, to have six carries for 70 yards, that's a pretty efficient night. And like you said, just overall, between our quarterback, between him, you stick Ian back there. It's a nice, 3-headed monster with those three running the football. And if you can average seven yards a carry, that's a good night.
Connor, I saw what the face you made when Coach mentioned the left side of the offensive line with Jason Trent over there, and yeah, man, that's a pretty good, pretty fun offensive line to run behind.
Yeah, it's great. We like to run the ball that way. It's really good. Especially, we get Ian over on that side. Ian and Kale, I love following those guys too. They make my job so easy, that left side. And we can even bounce back and go to the right side too, even with a freshman over there. He's really impressive. He's put in a lot of work for it. Really, we can run the ball wherever we want, I feel like.
I think the numbers bear that out too.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a really effective season for you guys. And Coach, I have to ask about the quarterback as well in this game. That just the stats that Dax continues to put up: 12 of 17 in this game, 235 yards, 4 touchdowns. You're getting it done in a multitude of ways.
Yeah, and I think I can talk about this because I brought it up to him in meetings last Thursday, and it didn't jinx us. So we can speak on. He hasn't been sacked either this year, and that's a huge credit to our offensive line. But it also is a little bit to the weapons you have on the edge. You have to decide as a defense: are you going to bring pressure, or are you going to try to play coverage? And Daxton has done a good job of understanding that and reading that, and that's probably one of the biggest differences from his his sophomore to his junior to his senior year. Understanding coverages and understanding what they're giving him, and understanding how to make sure he's getting the correct protection call to these guys, so they can keep him clean. And he played another great night and broke the school record for career touchdowns. That's quite an accomplishment, and something that when you can go into season and sit in 22-2 in your touchdown to interception ratio right now is pretty impressive.
That's pretty remarkable. I hadn't realized that he hadn't been sacked so far this year. Jace, you're on that offensive line. You're protecting him, man. What does that mean to hear? You're through 8 games. You hadn't given up a sack yet.
Yeah, it feels pretty good that the whole O-line is stepping up and, not letting them get sacked, and look forward to not having that be done. And, yeah, Dax back there, he's pretty athletic to, throw the ball or run it or try to juke somebody out. And even though we do mess up some plays, he's still back there to, pick us up and say just forget about that play and look for the next one.
Guys, you got Newton coming in tomorrow, another team that, it's a 1 seed versus not. I can't remember how high the number goes, but either way, a team that you guys are heavily favored against, but it's playoff time.
Yeah, I will say this about this Newton team. We played them last year in this exact same scenario, a game of the 1 versus the 16, and this year they're way better. Their kids have all matured. A lot of those guys played in that game last year. They're still playing some younger, sophomore type kids, but I've been impressed by them. They're better than their record states. They took a team in Hutchinson, who's a top 6 team in the West, down to the wire, and lost 14-15 to them. And that's something that we heard from the Hutch coaches, that they underestimated this team, and they underestimated how hard they played. So they have our full attention, like they should. This time of year, it's win or go home, and you obviously you always want to have that end goal in mind and understand the process of getting better each week, but you have to make sure that you take care of business in round 1, and that's Newton, and they're going to have our full attention tomorrow night. It should be a fun one.
Does the mindset change at all as you come into the playoffs? There's a little more pressure on these games, win or go home type scenarios, and you guys have the state title aspirations. You guys know that you're good enough to get there, but does getting to now that it is these elimination game types things, does that change anything for you guys?
I think it should a little bit, in the sense that you should be a little sharper. You should be a little more on edge, just understanding the importance of it. We've always kind of broke this thing into like 3 segments with the 4 non-con. You get your 4 conference games, and now we're into a whole new season in our playoff. So that's the kind of the way we've looked at it, and just understanding that every play, every practice, every rep in the weight room, just never take anything for granted. I think that's something that these guys have learned a little bit over the last 365 days, to make sure that we stay focused.
Guys, thanks so much for coming in today. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That is running back and defensive end Connor Holliday, offensive lineman Jace Dinas, and head coach Aaron Beck joining us here on Sports Day. Welcome back into Sports Day. Brad
Selling
Daughtry
your
here
farm
with
or
you
ranch
alongside
acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
Hey, Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars!
Needing a healthcare plan for your business? Let the experienced team at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether you're a large company or a small business on Main Street, FCMI can help you provide employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. From setup to ongoing support, they handle it all. Schedule your free no-obligation health assessment today at freedomclaimsinc.com. That's Freedom Claims Management Incorporated, with locations in Great Bend, Russell, and Plainville.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec.
Sports, leisure, fitness, and wellness, even senior and adaptive needs. It's all here at the Great Bend Rec. Pick up a program guide or stop by the rec office at 1214 Stone in Great Bend, or check out the all-new website, greatbendrec.com. Live, play, explore at the rec.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the rec.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor, and don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry here with you. Big thanks both to head coach Shelley Duvall of Great Bend Volleyball and to Aaron Beck, head coach of Great Bend Football, along with Jay Steinis and Connor Holliday for joining me on the show. Yeah, I had talking about it with Coach on the way out. He had the perfect analogy for it. We had to call an audible there. Things weren't lining up, and we had to do things just a little bit different, but you know what? We survived. We got both those two interviews played, and it's exactly what I wanted to do today. So a fantastic showing. Reminder: football tomorrow. You can hear that game over on B1043 The Point. Newton 0-8. I'm trying to see if there's been any like opponents. I don't think there have been for Newton coming to play Great Bend. So, but either way, it's a 1 versus a 16. We know how these things typically go. Should be pretty good for Great Bend as they hopefully can make it to Week 10. We certainly expect them to, and they expect themselves to. Looking ahead, or looking over at volleyball now, it wasn't great news. The Panthers are currently playing. It wasn't great news in the first game as the Panthers faced off against Blue Valley Southwest in, I believe, the 3 versus 6 match. Great Bend was swept in that, neither set particularly close. So hopefully they can bounce back. I'm not sure if they're playing Maize South or Cape and Mount Carmel next. Cape and Mount Carmel's played 2 in a row, so I think they'll play Maize South. I think they are currently playing Maize South. We'll get you results of that one if it comes in before the end of the show. Sports Day today is brought to you in part by Equity Bank. There when you need them. Bank local, save big with in-person banking and business banking. Visit equitybank.com for more information. Equity Bank in Great Bend, Hoisington, and Larned. Also brought to you in part by C&E Doors, your full-service garage door company. Follow the orange signs south of 10th and Harrison. It's the part of the show that I do every day. I don't know how I keep messing it up. I don't know how I keep getting the mud mouth, I guess. But either way, big thanks to those two for coming in, representing Great Bend, and giving me 10 to 15 minutes on the show. Love having those conversations every week with those coaches, and looking forward to hearing Coach Duvall's thoughts on the state meets once this is over. But we'll know how they do by the end of next week. And also, of course, we'll talk to Hoisington. We'll see how far they go. Ellenwood, if they can make the state title. I again, certainly think they are capable and expected to do so. So we're going to take our next break of the show. When we come back, members of the Hoisington Cardinal volleyball team join me in the studio. The entire starting lineup for Hoisington volleyball crammed themselves into this studio, and we had a conversation with all 6 of those girls and myself over here in the corner. Really enjoyed this conversation. I think you're going to enjoy it too. We'll play that when we come back. You're listening to Sports Day live from the Mayo Money Management Studio right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of your local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Central and Western Kansas residents, are you looking for a new vehicle? Marmy Auto Group can make it happen. Marmy Auto Group includes Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Chevrolet, and GMC. Marmy Auto Group, your Central and Western Kansas dealer, has new and pre-owned vehicles, or we can special order your vehicle today. If your existing vehicle needs serviced, Marmy's award-winning service department can help. Come to Marmy Auto Group on 10th or marmys.net. Marmys, make it happen.
Hey seniors, this is your moment. Join us for Barton Community College's Senior Day on November 19th. Whether you're planning to knock out your gen eds before transferring or jump straight into a hands-on career, Barton has the path for you. Oh, and did we mention $6,000 in scholarships are up for grabs? Lock in your spot by November 1st at seniorday.bartonccc.edu. Your future starts now at Barton.
See any doors? This is Eddie.
I need some work done.
Are you in a haunted house?
No, it's my garage door. I think I might need a new one.
We can take a look. We can do repairs and replacement. We'll see what's right for you.
What a relief. I thought I was going to get stuck in here.
Call the guys in orange at C&D Doors to fix your haunted house.
C&D Doors, Great Bend. Follow the orange signs just south of 10th and Harrison.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry here with you, now joined by maybe the most crowded studio we've ever had. We have members of the Hoisington High School volleyball team. We'll just go around the table here. I'll let everybody introduce themselves, but go ahead, one after the other. Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Sophia Simic. I'm an outside hitter.
Hi, my name's Addison Hanslick. I'm a middle hitter.
I'm Kinley Wilkins. I'm a right-sided middle hitter.
I'm Bryn Tarleton. I'm a setter.
I'm Maya Noctigal, and I'm the libero. I'm Kelsey Meyer, and I'm an outside hitter.
Okay, so we've got the entire starting lineup in here for Hoisington High School. This is awesome. This is really, really cool, guys. So I want to go around the table. Let's talk about the season, talk about the team so far. You guys are 36-4. You won at Sub-State, and now you're on the way to state.
Yeah, so obviously we're super excited to be heading to state this weekend. Just all of our hard work has really been paying off on the court, and just I think what we're doing off the court has really just grown, like our discipline, our work ethic, and that's what's producing these great results for us.
Okay, and you guys are all, not all of you, but mostly relatively young, right? As a team, you've got a lot of underclassmen that are really contributing.
Yeah, I think coming into it, we're all pretty level-headed, and we all think the same, so going into our state week, I think we all have a pretty good idea of what's supposed to happen and what's going to happen. And I think it's showing the underclassmen, like, this is how we play our Cardinal volleyball. And it's just a great team to be a part of.
Yeah, we're not videoing this. I wish we were. I wish we had taken the time to do it. But Steve Webster, ladies and gentlemen. Webby, we've got to.
You got too many guests in here. I can't join this.
So, speaking with members of the Hoisington volleyball team, so you guys actually had to go on the road for Sub-State. So on paper, an upset over Lakin to get to this point.
Yeah, it was a little annoying because the only reason they got to host it was because they had one more win than us. They just had one more game played. But honestly, just come in and dominate, and we never had any doubts that we wouldn't be the ones leaving with that plaque that day.
Yeah, and you guys swept the entire Sub-State tournament. So I mean, congratulations to you guys. I mean, but again, talk about that a little bit and the challenge of having to go on the road. I had to make the road trip to Lakin 2 weeks ago with Hoisington football. It's not an easy drive. It's a long way out there. Who wants it? I don't. Look, it's among you guys. Go for it.
Yeah, so the 3-hour bus ride was just really good for our bonding, but also it's kind of hard, your legs are definitely not feeling as fresh as if you're playing in like Ellenwood, where it's only like 20-minute drive. So we definitely had to stay mentally ready and level-headed going in, but I will say our crowd was amazing. We almost had the same amount of people there cheering, being loud, just as much people as Lakin had. So that just really helped us get our fire going. Even though we were down 7-2 in the first set, we battled back, came back, fought, got the win.
Look, people are laughing, but like 7-2, that's not a hot start. Like that's tough to come back from. And I mean, you guys continue to make strides. I think you guys have gotten better as the season's gone on, and I think that shows in your record. I mean, look, you've only have 4 losses to this point. So to say that you're getting better with a record as good as yours is, I think that says a lot about the team.
Yeah, our work ethic, I'd say, because as you said, we were down 7-2, but then yet we won that game 25-18. So after we got ourselves fixed, we just came in and finished that set with ease.
So you guys are headed to state tomorrow. That's at Dodge City. You guys are leaving at just Hutch, not Dodge. Pardon me, Hutchinson. And you guys are leaving, just shy of 7 in the morning, I think?
Yep. Yeah, just a little bit before.
Oh, gosh. This is great. This is the most chaotic segment I've ever had since I took over the show, which, granted, I've only been doing the show for like 2.5 months now, but it's oh, gosh. So you guys are the 3 seed in 3A. 3 seed in 3A. So talk about what you've seen at state. Again, go around the table and what do you expect?
I mean, there's ultimately going to be very good teams at state. We're very prepared for that. But I think going into it, we're all ready to just show that, like, Hoisington volleyball is more than just, oh, you guys are 3 seed. No, we're gonna show people, like, this is our team and we're here to play.
You guys will be in the same pool as Riverton, Holton, and Osage City. What have you seen from those teams, and what are you expecting?
I don't think we should underestimate any team. We should just go to play our best volleyball and play as a team together.
Okay. And anybody else? I mean, we have 6 different people in here. People say something.
Honestly, I think we're all really excited. We were there last year, so we know the kind of arena setup. We know there is a serve distance that we struggled with last year, but we've been working on it all week. I think with our drive and our team, I think we're going to do pretty good.
And I will say, we actually, speaking of the serving, last year it kind of hurt us a little bit because our serving stats weren't as good because there's a significantly less amount of room. So we've been practicing that, and I'm really excited to see how that shows on Saturday.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for coming in today. This was so cool just to get the text from Coach Riedel and say, hey, I can't make it, but I'm sending a lot of kids if they're wanting to come. And I was like, yeah, bring them on. And then 6 girls walked in. I was like, okay, this is a bit of a logistical nightmare, but I mean, you guys are doing great. And thanks for coming in.
Yep, thank you. Thanks for having us.
That's Sophia Simic, Addison Hanslick, Kinsley Wilkin, Bryn Tarlson, Maya Noctegal, and Kelsey Meyer of Hoisington Volleyball joining us here on Sports Day. Big thanks to the members of the Hoisington volleyball squad for joining me on today's show during yesterday's hours. That team is really, really good. If you've never stood next to Sophia Simic, she will make you feel small. She's a good 6'2", and also an extremely talented athlete. She's a lot of fun to talk to as well. Didn't get to show off the personality quite as much, but we've had her on the show before, and she's so fun. And that team is super fun. They're also on their way to state. I'll tell you what I'll do. No, I don't have time, or I don't have the ability to talk and look up what they're doing right now. I can tell you, I do not have an update for you on Great Bend volleyball. I have that bracket pulled up. I will tell you that Blue Valley Southwest did win that first matchup 25-11, 25-10. Those were the final scores. Tell you what I'll do here. Actually, yeah, okay. I'm already on the website. I just need to go to the right side. Here we go. Stats and results for 3A. See what Hoisington has done. Hoisington, they took their first matchup to 3, but lost to Holton in the third set, 25-20. So a very close match, but Hoisington not able to get it done. See if Ellenwood has played yet. We'll go to their live stuff, and nothing from 2A yet. We have not seen any matches in 2A as of yet. So those are your updates. Hoisington and Great Bend have lost in round 1. Again, this is just pool play. This is not eliminations yet. I think you have to come in the top 2 in your respective pool to advance to the Final Four. So Hoisington and Great Bend will both have to win out to remain in the hunt here. But we're not going to get to any of that today, but something to keep an eye on. You can go to Keisha's website. If you go to click on volleyball and state result, what is it? Keisha's website, activities tab, fall sports, hover over volleyball, the drop-down menu in there, hover over state info, and Great Bend playing in 5A, Hoisington in 3A, Ellenwood in 2A. And you can see the live results on those particular screens where it says stats and results under each of those classifications. I just did it in real time, so you know it's not that hard to do while I was telling you how to do it. That's the kind of coverage you get here on Sports Day. Sports Day today is brought to you by the Great Bend Rec, providing quality cultural, leisure, sports, fitness, and educational programs to improve the quality of the community and the individual lives of their community members. Also by Freedom Claims Management. Let the experienced and dedicated staff at Freedom Claims Management, Inc. customize a health insurance plan that fits your business's needs. We got some time here. I'll go over the schedule for tonight. WAC competition happening tonight. Goddard Eisenhower is traveling up to Hayes. If any Great Bend fans want to go get a look at Hayes against another team, see what they're capable of, that game will happen tonight before you drive back down for Friday night at Great Bend High School. Also happening tonight, Larned is traveling to face Norton. Smoky Valley is traveling to face Rock Creek. And Kingman is traveling to play Haven. That's what's happening in the Central Kansas League. Other 11-man games happening in this area. Syracuse is traveling to play Ellenwood in a 4-4. Syracuse 0-8, Ellenwood 4-4. This will be the end of Ellenwood's season as well, regardless of result. Valley Heights is traveling to TMP. That is a bracketed game. Winner will move on. And a battle of two 0-8 teams, Lions, is traveling to face Belle Plaine. And again, that's the end of the season. In the 8- and 6-man divisions, all of these games are happening tonight. Central Plains is traveling to Sylvan Lucas. Kiowa County is traveling to face Kinsley. Stafford will travel to face Central Christian. Central Christian has been putting up just insane numbers, man. That team is incredible. Norwich is traveling to face Victoria, another undefeated team. Fairfield will face Hodgman County. Clifton Clyde will travel to face Little River, another team that's just, they're doing some incredible stuff. Also on the volleyball court, Little River's volleyball team is insane. They're one of two teams that has taken a set from Ellenwood volleyball this year. Little River looking to repeat as state champs in their division. Pratt Skyline will travel to face Meade, M-E-A-D-E, showing my ignorance here a little bit. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but Pratt Skyline traveling to face them. In the 6-man division, Tri-Plains, who is 0-8, will travel to face Pawnee Heights. at 4-4. And this game is not happening tonight. Otis Bison is on a bye. They will play next Friday at Melbourne Mary de Cygnus Valley. I probably butchered that, and there are probably people laughing at me. It wouldn't be the first time. But that's what's happening. And then, of course, in the area tomorrow night, Newton traveling to face Great Bend, Garden City traveling to face Manhattan, Topeka-Seaman traveling to face Liberal, and Wichita East traveling to face Dodge City. That all happening in the WAC. In the CKL tomorrow, Halstead traveling to face Hoisington, Chaparral heading to face Pratt, Wichita Trinity to play Heston, Ellsworth will travel to play Hillsboro. Those are all playoff games. Other 11-man stuff, and that's all we have the time for today. Cimarron will travel to face Russell, and Harrington will travel to face Sterling. So that's what's happening tonight and tomorrow in high school football. Stay tuned for tomorrow's show. We'll have on Lyles Lashley, head coach of Great Bend Cross Country, ahead of state meets. Both the boys and the girls are through to those state meets. We'll also have on Connor Nickel for our typical Friday conversation to talk a little bit about the regular season. Contenders, pretenders here as we enter the postseason. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's what's happening tomorrow. Hey, we're back same time, same place, 12:30 right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.